Hey, shalom, shalom. Halayala Tawab, which is good night, and Naknawa, a Borisha Allah, Hawlakim La Atham, Call Shabuai Baharcha, Wakak Shaw, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Ma'amath, which is certainly, hey, we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, to preach to you so called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Nechamatam, Kaya, Hamalakwath Hashemayim, Korah, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Chah Kodash, Wamashana, Kabadim Zakwayim Nawa, Wa Malaakim Shaw, Yashallah Zakwayim Chah Gadawa, Wa Chasad, Wa Shalawam, Wa Rakim Laha, Bacharim Shawha, Gabia Shah Shalawam. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means he exists, Bahasham, in the name Yahweh Shah. He delivers double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. All right, this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So the Lord came to fulfill everything in the scriptures written about him. All right, so it says, for verily I say unto you, because you got a lot of individuals that, in these off Israelite groups that pretty much say that the Lord came to pretty much do away with the law, and chiefly, you got so-called Christians that say, the Lord did away with the law, but then you also have some of the circumcision that also, say things as such. But it says, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. It says, verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, or pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. You see, so the Lord is going to fulfill everything written in the scriptures. All right, and just to prove that point, let's get Luke chapter 24 and verse 44. All right, just elaborating on that. All right, and it says, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Mashah and in the prophets and in the Psalms. All right, so pretty much the Lord is going to fulfill. All right, which I'm going to go into the word fulfill, Lord's willing. All right, but pretty much it means to carry out. All right, so he's going to carry out everything written in the scriptures about him. All right, because the Lord comes in the volume of the book. All right, this is Stahoyim Psalms chapter 40 and verse 7. It says, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. All right, the whole book is Yahweh Shah. All right, he's that role. All right, and it's spiritual because the volume right here, Magalah, all right, comes from Galah. It says roll, book, writing, all right? So he is that roll, that scroll, All right, he is that, this roll right here, mentioned in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. It says, Ezekiel 3 and 1, it says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Yasha'Allah. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. All right. And it says, he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness. Hey, because, you found out that you're the people. Hey, we're going to get the kingdom. The Lord's going to save his elect. All right. We come from a very prestigious lineage. All right, that's the sweetness. All right, the bitter, all right, is the hell that that we catch, but it's all worth it in the end. All right, but it says, and he said unto me, son of man, go and get thee unto the house of Yahshua and speak with my words unto them. So this word, all right, this truth, all right, the scriptures is Yahweh Shah. He comes in the volume of the book. He is that role. All right, let's get let me get some examples. But this is Matthew chapter 27 and 35. I'm going to start from verse 33. It says, and when they were come unto the place called Golgotha, that is to say, place of a skull. All right. And this is, it says, Golgalath. All right. Which that's Golgotha, Bahalashwan Kodash in the Holy Tongue. All right. And they said it pretty much resembled a skull. So it says, they gave him vinegar to drink mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. All right, NLT, it says the soldiers gave him wine mixed with bitter gall, but when he had tasted it, he refused to drink it. All right, so it says, verse 35, and they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. All right, and what prophet said is, all right, Malak David, all right, King David. All right, and it says, Shalak. This is Psalms chapter 22, because it said that they, parted the Lord's garments. This is Psalms, Dalholium chapter 22, and we'll get verse 18. Verse 16, it says, for dogs have compassed me, and the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. All right, because pretty much those dogs went into the heathen. So it says, they pierced my hands and my feet, the Romans. It says, I may tell all my bones, they look and stare upon me. All right, the bones represent the house of Yasha'Allah. So it says, they part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. All right, that was fulfilled. You see? Continuing on, let's get another example. All right, this is John. This is John chapter 13, and we get verse 18. It says, verse 17, it says, 16, verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, which is going into when Yahushua was pretty much about to be betrayed by Judas, Yahudah. All right, and it says, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. All right, because it's an order to things, and being that the Lord received persecution, the men of the Lord are going to receive persecution as well. So it says, if ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. All right, the things that's written in the scriptures. It says, I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen, but that the scripture may be fulfilled. All right, because again, going back to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17, the Lord came to fulfill. It says, but that the scripture may be fulfilled, he that eateth bread with me have lifted up his heel against me. All right, now let's get that example right there. This is Dalholium Psalms chapter 41. We get verse 8, and it says, an evil disease say they cleaveth fast unto him, and now that he lieth, he shall rise up no more. And the title of this right here, all right, which is ultimately going into the persecution. So it says the psalmist and sickness complains of enemies and false friends, and a lot of those are going to rise in Jacob's trouble. Yaiquab Tazarah, Jacob's trouble. So it says, an evil disease say they cleaveth fast unto him, and now that he lieth, he shall rise up no more. It says, yeah, mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me, which we just got right here, all right, because it's ultimately going into Judas, all right, because if we go back to this, John chapter 13 and I'm read 18 again. It says, I speak not of you all. I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen, but that the scripture may be fulfilled. He that eateth bread with me hath lifted up his heel against me. All right, I'm going to skip down. All right, and it says, verse 24, it says, Simon Peter therefore beckoned to him that he should ask who it should be of whom he spake. He lying on Yahushua's breast saith unto him, Lord, who is it? Yahushua answered, he it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Yahudah Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the sop, Shaitan entered into him. Then said Yahushua unto him, that thou doest, do quickly. All right, which it was referring to Judas. All right, going back to that scripture that we just got right here, Dalholium Psalms 41 and verse 9. It says, yet mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. All right, going back to John 13 and 18. All right, let's get we get a couple more. Let's get Second Solomon. Or not, I'm tripping. Second Samuel. Second Shamuel chapter 7. And we'll start at verse 12. It says, and when thy days be fulfilled, because the Lord, was speaking to King David. It says, and when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. It says, he shall build an house for my name, all right, Malak Shalamah, All right, King Solomon. All right, he received a blueprint from King David to build the Lord's temple. It says, and I will establish his throne. I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever, which that happened. King Solomon's throne, he ruled for 40 years. This is ultimately going into the kingdom. But King Solomon did build a house, that first temple. All right, and Yahweh Shah, who is King Solomon in the spirit and the regeneration, he's going to build that house, that third temple, that spiritual temple. All right, going up into the kingdom. That's why it says it's going to be established forever. But it says, I will be his father and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. All right, and this didn't happen with King Solomon, Malak Shalamah. All right, this happened with Yahweh Shah when he came back as Yahweh Shah when he died for the nation. All right, and I want to get that example as well. This is Yashaya, also Isaiah chapter 53, and we'll get verse 3. All right, this is where he was beaten with the rod of men. So it says, he is despised, Isaiah 53 and 3. He is despised and rejected of men, all right, because he's that cornerstone, all right, that which the builders have disallowed, roughly paraphrasing. It says, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid it as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. It says the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All right, and them stripes was mentioned right here in verse 14. All right, it says, I will chasten him with the rod of men. 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 14, I will be his father and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. You see, so the Lord, he didn't come to destroy the law, or he came to fulfill what was written in the scriptures about himself, because he comes in the volume of the book, you see. I want to get that too. And it's a lot more, that the Lord is coming back to do, But this is Matati, Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. We can get that word for fulfill. All right, and it says to make full, to fill up, to fill to the full. It says to cause to abound. It says to perform. He's coming to perform. All right, what's written in the scriptures. It says right here, it says to carry into effect, bring to realization, realize of matters of duty, to perform, execute. So execute or bring to realization the prophecies. All right, because again, he's fulfilling the prophecies. All right, was written about him in the scriptures. He's coming to do that. All right, so that's essentially what it means when it goes into fulfill, you see, because Christians just say, oh, well, he came not to, destroy the law, but to fulfill it by, whatever they, however they break that scripture down. But pretty much they use it as an excuse to live how they want to, do as thou wilt, But just want to go into the point, the Lord is coming to fulfill what's written about him in the scriptures. All right. So I don't want to Zaza Banaya Pa Lord's Wood does a beautiful edification through the spirit. Water on Tazah. Adam Yashlay La Tawab, a Lord's will. You all have a good night. A call Halayim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushah. Bahasham Racha Hakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And much respect to you bros out there pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Halayim La Tawab, shalom.